Mr. Vijay, Chief Financial Officer, Chief Operating Officer, and all the dignitaries on the dais, the faculty members, principals and faculty members from different sister colleges of RVS Group, all the students and those who are going to perform a lot of cultural activities. Good evening, everybody. And I'm really happy to be with you all on this occasion where you have inaugurated this new auditorium, and of course before that refurbished operation that was also inaugurated. Adding infrastructure to an educational institution is always a welcome step, particularly when it comes to the entertainment angle. When we were students, I remember having so many cultural programs on different occasions in the auditorium. In fact, we used to look for such occasions because otherwise, daily morning to evening, you are always with the book or you are held up in the classrooms. Only on those occasions, you will be able to wind down and enjoy the time. So, that way, it is a very welcome initiative, exclusively for the students. And in fact, when I was thinking about the RVS colleges, I still remember when I was in my undergraduation between 91 to 95 in Madurai Agriculture College, on a Rotaract meet as a student, we were member of Rotaract Club. So we went for a Rotaract meet in RVS College Engineering. That is how we got introduced to RVS groups. And I was telling the officers here, the guests here, about the RVS being one of the pioneers in technical education in Tamil Nadu. So, for dental college, like you are not only, you are, if somebody calls you dentist alone, then it is like restricting your role to a very small, narrow sphere. More than that, you are like a social scientist or the dentist. I am saying this with a specific, logic in my mind. Today, everything depends on interpersonal relationship. Though individually one may be highly productive, but unless there is a right kind of network or right kind of partnership or right kind of teamwork, it's difficult to succeed. And in an interpersonal relationship, definitely the dental health or oral hygiene plays such an important role. Whether it is within the family or in a group or even the people we meet outside our known sphere, everywhere dentists play such a major role. Gone are the days when dentists were looked as a subsidiary or dispensable field. Now, dentistry has grown so much, and dentists are definitely making a very good business if you look at it from the economic angle. So all of you have a great future in your field, and of course the opportunities are not limited to your field alone. Like the principal was telling, the director was telling, there are 9 post-graduation specializations in dentistry. That itself indicates how quickly the field of dentistry is expanding, and there is no limit. When we joined the college, engineering means there were only 4 or 5 branches of engineering. Now if you look at engineering alone, more than 20-25. Even in software there are 4 or 5 specialization, super specialization. So likewise, the field is expanding very fast. So if you want to spread your wings and grab the opportunity, the world is unlimited. You should not constrain yourself, restrict yourself to a particular field of your activity. Of course, specialization and developing expertise is very important. But then now, a jack of all trades, which is more important than you should know everything. When somebody sits with you and discuss something, you should be able to contribute. You should be able to talk about that topic. That is how the social circle enlarges. That is very important in today's world. Of course, a lot of things can be now done by artificial intelligence enabled devices. We have artificial intelligence for everything. Today, ChatGPT can do most of the works, even specialists, only specialists can do. ChatGPT can do. So the technology, the scope of technology is expanding very fast, and it is in fact creeping into every field of human activity. So don't restrict yourself to a narrow field. So only one point I would like to tell all of you that Tamil word இருக்குது விடாமுயற்சி அப்படிங்கிறது. Even English கூட it is only hard work or endeavor or effort, but only in Tamil it is said விடாமுயற்சி. Probably we can translate it into English that sustainable hard work or continuous hard work or relentless hard work or non-stop hard work. We can add any prefix to the English word. But விடாமுயற்சி அப்படிங்கிற தமிழ் வார்த்தை it conveys a lot of meanings. Long back in 1950s, ஒரு experiment conduct பண்ணாங்க. ஒரு psychologist conducted an experiment. என்ன experiment அப்படின்னா he took two dogs and created two chambers. Some of you might have read this experiment. So two chambers he created, two separate chambers. In one chamber, one dog was kept, and in the other chamber, other dog was kept. In both the chambers, the floor of the chamber was connected to electricity. So as soon as the switches, the electricity connection is switched on, there will be electricity and there will be shock. And in the same chamber, the scientists provided a lever also in both the chambers. So in the first chamber, the floor was connected with electricity, but the lever was not connected to the switch. But in the second chamber, the lever was connected to the switch. If somebody moves the lever, the electricity connection will be disconnected and the shock will be stopped. Before the electricity connection was done, means shock was given, there used to be an indication or light when the wave go on. It means that the switch is going to be on, the electricity is going to be switched on. If in the dog behavior, he observed. So first, as soon as the light was switched on, as the shock was given to the floor, அப்படியே சேம்பருக்குள்ள ஓட ஆரம்பிச்சது. ரெண்டும் ஓடி போய் first initially they tried to escape. Then when they realized that there was no scope for escaping, they moved the lever. For the second dog, as soon as it moved the lever, the electricity connection got switched off and the shock stopped. For the first dog, since the lever was not connected to the electricity, even though it moved the lever, nothing happened there. To its fate, it went to the corner and lied down. So this experiment, again the second time, he did the same experiment. First time, both the dogs, as soon as the electricity was switched on, ran for escape and then finally pulled the lever. When the electricity was given for the second time, he observed a very interesting behavior of both the dogs. First dog did not move at all. Right? It knows that nothing is going to happen. Why to waste effort? Whereas the second dog, it knows that as soon as the liver is moved, the electricity will. So it went and quietly moved the helplessness. So நிறைய பேர் எப்படி பண்றோம் அப்படின்னா நம்ம வந்து இனிஷியலி we try. ஏன்னா காலேஜில் திடீர்னு வந்து ஒரு நல்ல மோட்டிவேஷன் ஸ்பீக்கர் வந்து நல்லா பேசிட்டு போயிருப்பாரு. அந்த வேகத்தில் நம்ம வந்து ஒரு 2 நாள் வந்து பயங்கரமாக எஃபர்ட் எடுப்போம். இல்லை அப்படின்னா வந்து பேரண்ட்ஸ் வந்து சத்தம் போட்டு போயிருப்பாங்க. ஆர் சம் டீச்சர் யாராவது உங்களுக்கு வந்து ஒரு நல்ல மோட்டிவேஷன் பண்ணியிருப்பாங்க. இல்லை நீங்கள் சடன்லி யூ ரியலைஸ் தட் many of us suddenly on one fine day will realize that okay, so far we have wasted our life. இன்னையிலிருந்து நல்லா இது பண்ணணும். ஆர் நியூ இயர் ரெசல்யூஷன். இப்போ எல்லாருமே 1ஆம் தேதி நியூ இயர் ரெசல்யூஷன் போட்டிருப்போம். இது எல்லாமே வந்து நிறைய பேருக்கு 90% of us will not continue. 4 நாள் வேகமாக சொல்லணும். நான் சென்னையில் வேலை பார்க்கும்போது சென்னையில் மயிலாப்பூரில் டெப்டி கமிஷனராக இருக்கும்போது மெரினா பீச் வந்து இட் இஸ் இன் மயிலாப்பூர் ஜூரிஸ்டிக்ஷன். நியூ இயர் முடிஞ்சு 1ஆம் தேதியிலிருந்து 10ஆம் தேதி வரைக்கும் பார்த்தோம் அப்படின்னா நோபடி கேன் வாக் ஆன் பீச். ஃபுல்லாக வெஹிக்கிளாக தான் இருக்கும். எல்லாரும் நியூ இயர் ரெசல்யூஷன் போட்டு வாக்கிங் ரன்னிங் அப்படின்னு சொல்லி ஒரே கூட்டமாக இருக்கும். அப்புறம் 10ஆம் தேதிக்கு அப்புறம் பார்த்தோம் அப்படின்னா கொஞ்சம் கொஞ்சமாக குறைஞ்சி பழைய ஸ்டேஜுக்கு போகும். என்னன்னா இட்ஸ் a typical human behavior, right? Many of us depend on external factors for our motivation. So as long as the external factor continues, we remain motivated. But it is difficult for anybody to have an external motivator all the time. Even if the external motivator is there, the dopamine release will slowly reduce. So the effect of external motivation will slowly taper down. Whereas if you are internally motivated, or if you are not developed the learned helplessness, என்ன பண்ணி என்ன ஆகுது? அதுதான் அந்த learned helplessness அப்படிங்கிறது. நம்ம பண்றதுல ஒன்றும் ஆக போறது இல்லை அப்படின்னு சொல்லி. ஏன்னா ஒரு தடவை ட்ரை பண்ணி பார்த்துருப்போம், அதுல we didn't succeed. ஒரு தடவை சக்சீட் ஆகுதுன்னா அது அவ்வளவுதான் அப்படிங்கிற ஒரு எண்ணம். ஸோ தமிழில் அந்த விடாமுயற்சி அப்படிங்கிற வேர்டு வந்து I don't know who coined that word, whether they were aware that human psychology works like this or not, but such a wonderful word. விடாமுயற்சி. ஒரு தடவை முயற்சி பண்ணிட்டு விட்டுறவே கிடையாது. தொடர்ந்து முயற்சி பண்ணணும். எதுவாக இருந்தாலும் என்னதான் வந்து பார்த்துடலாம், கடைசி வரைக்கும் ட்ரை பண்ணி பார்த்துடலாம் அப்படிங்கிற அந்த ஆட்டிடியூட். ஸோ அந்த ஆட்டிடியூட் வந்து வெளியே இருந்து யாரும் கொடுக்க முடியாது. இட் ஹாஸ் டு கம் ஃப்ரம் யூ. It should develop from within. It should develop internally. So அதனால whatever field you are in, whether it is dentistry or some of you may even change your field, as I said earlier. நிறைய பேர் வந்து டாக்டர் படிச்சுட்டு போலீஸ்ல இருக்காங்க, அட்மினிஸ்ட்ரேட்டிவ் சர்வீஸ்ல இருக்காங்க. ஏன் சொல்ல போனா வந்து சினிமாவில் கூட நடிக்கிறாங்க நிறைய பேர். ஸோ அதனால your career may take any direction after you pass out from the college, but wherever you are, remember this word. We should not fall prey to learned helplessness. We should always remember this word. விடாமுயற்சி. விடாமுயற்சி வந்து கண்டிப்பா maybe you can take the cue from your chairman, Dr. Kuppusamy. Without விடாமுயற்சி கண்டிப்பா nobody would have developed